All right, I'm rolling.
So you're going up and down.
Stop.
Okay, are we rolling?
Yes.
Oh.
It's episode 10.
Episode 10. Everybody, we have made it. We have made it. I am Ryan. Our other ghosts.
Ghosts?
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 What the hell?
This is going to be a long episode.
No.
Something may have happened beforehand. But anyways, to my right,
Julia.
Julia.
She sounds very happy to be here.
She sounds extremely, extremely excited for this 10th episode. I think the subject matter we were talking about before we started recording has her a little discombobulated over there, but she's going to tough it out.
We got it figured out.
She's going to tough it out. I mean,
I think it's all for the better.
Yeah. Yeah.
You guys are so dumb.
How are you doing, Julia?
I'm fine. How are you?
And to my left, our other host.
You got Phil on the mic.
Oh, I love you, Julia. Okay.
I know.
All right. So, first topic. Let's Julia, head us off on this topic right here. You seem like you love this man.
What? So our first topic is fucking amazing spotlight, and we're spotlighting John Goodman.
Johnny G.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
Johnny G.
He's a good guy, you know.
Good guy. Good man.
Because of he's a good man, yeah.
Literally. So are we talking about our favorite John Goodman movies? Yeah? That's the way we're rolling with it? As you're flipping through the pages and I can hear every one of them flip as you flip.
Where'd you get the Bible? That's a cool Bible, man.
Shit, it is a Bible. Yeah, I guess we'll talk.
So I guess I'll start it off. So my favorite John Goodman movie is a guilty pleasure, and it's a really bad one, but it's my favorite one.
The
It is
Flintstones.
King Ralph.
Okay.
Did you ever watch King Ralph?
Can't say I have.
It
I
is.
have not.
It is insanely dumb,
When
but
was it made?
But I really like it. It was. I think it was in the early '90s, but it was a
Early
really
90s.
good movie. Yeah. And then of course I have The Big Lebowski, because you cannot forget John Goodman in The Big Lebowski.
Of course not.
He's gone on the record saying that is his favorite role of his career.
It's what you get when you fuck a stranger in the ass.
Yep. Yep. Shut the fuck up, Donnie.
I also loved him in Oh Brother Where Art Thou as the Cyclops.
Yes.
Oh, of course.
Yes.
Like he was so good.
The Bible salesman.
Yeah.
Big Dan was his name.
Yeah, Big Dan. Yeah, that's what it was named. I forgot that. I also liked him as the coach in The Revenge of the Nerds. He was
Okay.
like a super jerk.
It's a classic.
But I like him in that movie. And of course we can't forget Arachnophobia. I liked him in that movie.
Is that your last one?
Yep.
Because I was about to say that's probably one of my favorite
Well, it's not really.
performances
I
by
didn't
him.
really put these in any order, except for King Ralph is my favorite one.
That's one of my favorites because he's so like serious about his job as an exterminator.
He is.
He's so
I really
dopey.
like that movie.
Remember when
I
he
really
shows
liked
up
him.
at the end and he's like, rock and roll.
I like it. He's,
Fuck some
he's
spiders
great.
up, dude. That's my hero right there.
Ryan, what you got?
Arachnophobia,
Okay.
The Big Lebowski, obvious reasons. Shut the fuck up, Donnie.
Okay.
I would probably say I liked him in Flight as Denzel's coke dealer.
I've not seen that.
Never seen Flight?
I haven't.
You ever seen scenes of from Flight?
Mm-mm.
Really? That's one of, I'd have to say, Denzel's last really good performances, in my opinion. Anywho, how many is that? 3?
Yep.
I really like him in Barton Fink.
I thought about
yeah.
that one too. Yeah.
Like him in that.
Barton Fink's a criminally underrated
Coen brother
movie.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'd probably also say Raising California.
Arizona.
Raising North Dakota.
I did like him in that
Raising
movie too.
Arizona.
I was going to put it on my list too.
And then I would say my favorite performance of his is 10 Cloverfield Lane.
Okay.
Really?
I'd say if that movie didn't take place in the Cloverfield realm, if they would have went with just the story of like some shit's going down outside, we don't know what the fuck it is, I think the plot works a whole lot better because he is truly a psychopath in that movie. And you've never seen him play like a full blown, like realistic psychopath.
Right.
Have you ever seen that?
I have.
It's a really good movie. It's a really good movie. But yeah.
Okay. Philip, what you got?
I don't think I have anything that like you
We
guys
haven't already
haven't
said?
said.
Roseanne.
But, yeah, Roseanne. I mean, we talk shit about Disney, but Monsters Inc. is a
Of course.
I mean, so
Sully.
old school Disney was the shit,
Right.
Even as an adult, I can still watch the OG.
Right. Yeah.
I mean, I know the newer ones are good too, but it's just like they don't have that same feeling
Mm-hmm.
like the old ones did, Maybe it's
Yeah.
just because we grew up with them.
Right.
But yes, Monsters Inc.
Yeah. Another one I watched a lot as a kid was The Babe, where he plays Babe Ruth.
Mm.
Oh, I remember that.
Yep. Damn.
It's
That's a throwback.
That is a
historically it's
throwback.
not a great movie per
Right.
se, but it is one I watched a lot as a kid.
I like that movie.
Yeah.
The Flintstones.
The Flintstones.
Don't talk about the
Sadly.
Flintstones.
Sadly.
Good Lord.
He's just one of those actors where like everyone recognizes him, young or old.
That movie was not going to be made if he turned down the Fred Flintstone.
I mean, he's got
Really?
the voice for it.
Oh,
so.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Who was it? Rick Moranis as the neighbor?
Yeah, as Barney.
Barney.
Yep. And then Rosie O'Donnell was Betty.
Oh, Rosie.
Yep, that's
No,
correct.
no comment.
Yeah. You mentioned Cloverfield Lane. That's one I've always wanted to watch, but just haven't gotten around to.
Dude, you would absolutely love it.
Yeah.
Just don't think of it as a Cloverfield
Right.
movie and just watch it for his performance because he is so good.
Right.
So good.
Yeah, I believe it. Like I said, it's one I've always been interested in watching, but just haven't gotten around to it. Yeah. He's a legendary actor,
He's the shit.
Yeah. He's all around good guy from what I hear.
He's the fucking shit.
Keeps to himself, does his fucking shit,
Yeah.
doesn't start any drama.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
He's a good man.
Yeah. Again, he's a good man.
Literally.
Dude, he's been in so much shit. I'm just looking through
know.
his IMDb right now.
Yes. And it's endless.
I know, dude.
Endless.
Yeah. It's like he's been in so much shit. He's been around forever, like across multiple generations. And I still feel like he doesn't get the
Credit.
Recognition,
credit he
yeah.
deserves,
I agree.
Another good one is Patriots Day, about the Boston bombing.
Yeah.
He did really good in that. It's a pretty underrated movie.
Right.
I actually like that movie. Even though it has Mark Wahlberg, he does decent.
Right.
He does do decent.
You
But that's
don't
not
like old Marky Mark?
I think we've already talked about this.
Yeah, we have.
Oh,
we
have?
totally have.
Yeah.
Can't remember.
We got anything else on John Goodman?
Johnny Good. Johnny B.
Check
Good.
out his stuff. Shout out.
Shout out.
Love to have you on the pod.
Come on the podcast, dude. Come on.
It'd be
I
sick
feel like
if we got
I
John
feel,
Goodman.
I feel like
Dude,
he's a
it'd
good
be
dude.
Fucking awesome.
I'm gonna shoot my shot and message him on Instagram and see what I can do.
We're gonna shoot our
He
shot.
might say we're like too filthy for him or something.
Yeah.
Shit.
I
'Cause
mean, who
We're
gives a
gonna
fuck?
start talking about cum and then
Yeah.
And then it's all gonna be over.
Then it's all downhill from there when cum gets thrown into the conversation.
All right.
Ooh.
Philip.
Movies based on real life events.
Wow.
Hold
So,
on.
Philip, you can take this one.
I'm unprepared. 1 second.
Of course.
Had a long day. All right. One that I immediately see is Moneyball, which I've mentioned before, so I won't say too much about it. But you know, even if you don't like baseball, that's a good movie.
Yep.
You know,
Totally.
it'll make you like baseball.
Yep.
Or at least appreciate it. You know.
Yep.
Wolf of Wall Street is a classic.
Yep, I have that on my list.
Yep. And pretty accurate from what I hear. Like
It seems like it's probably very accurate.
So there's he went on, I forget whose podcast. Jordan Belfort went on somebody's podcast and talked about a story that was in the book but did not make the movie because it was too fucking disgusting.
Yeah, I've heard something like that.
Don't want to know.
Don't want to know?
No,
All
don't.
right, well, let's talk about it.
Don't want to know.
Go on.
An interesting one is Catch Me If You Can,
I like that one. It's on my
Because-
list too.
because just recently, the real Frank Abagnale, that's his name?
Yep.
The real Frank Abagnale came out and said that the book he wrote that the movie is based on was fake. None of it happened.
So none
Shut
of it really
up.
happened.
Mm-hmm.
None of that shit really happened.
Yep.
What the fuck?
He's the master
What
con
a
artist,
tool.
man.
Yeah.
Wow.
He went so meta, or that could be a con. Maybe it really did
Yeah,
happen. And
maybe
he's
it
trying
really
to
did
convince us he did. You know?
I'm sure he made millions off that movie.
Fuck
Oh,
yeah.
definitely. The Social Network.
Yep.
Which
Oh,
was
that's right. I didn't put that on mine.
was it Tarantino that said that was the best movie?
Of the last decade.
Yeah,
Yep.
yeah,
Yep. And I could agree with that
right,
probably.
yeah. And then this will be the last one I mention because, like I said, I'm unprepared. But Goodfellas is
No.
It's a good one.
One you got to mention if you're
Right.
talking about true stories. I think.
As far back as I can remember, I always wanted to be a gangster.
Right.
A R.I.P. Ray Liotta.
Oh yeah.
That one still hurts. That's
Pour
an
one
open.
out.
That's an open wound right there.
Yeah.
Y'all definitely need to watch Blackbird.
Take a Chantix for.
Yeah. I'm Ray Liotta and I quit smoking with Chantix.
Take a Chantix for the homie. you know?
Yeah. Everybody pop a Chantix.
Ryan, what you got?
I'll roll off the ones that he already said. Moneyball, obvious reasons. Everybody loves a good underdog story. And I think that probably has one of the best sports montage scenes with the streak.
Oh yeah, definitely.
I have The Social Network as well. Goodfellas. I've got Fargo because that was based on a true story.
Oh, I didn't even
Okay.
think of that.
Even though it really isn't based on a true story, they only put that at the beginning because they wanted people to think it was based on a true story.
You're allowed to do that?
Yeah.
Holy shit.
Yeah. None of that shit happened.
I'm just gonna start putting that shit on every movie.
Yeah, I know, right?
You
So
are
I
silly.
don't know if that counts for.
It's about unicorns on Mars, and then I'm just gonna
But
say,
the movie
Based on a true story.
based on a true story, and we were talking about true stories.
Yeah.
So if the movie's gonna say it,
right?
even if it didn't happen, Zero Dark 30.
Oh, I didn't think about that
Oh,
one. Good one.
That's the most patriotic shit on screen right there.
Isn't that
baby.
Michael Bay though?
No, fuck no. That's Catherine Bigelow.
Oh,
You're thinking of 13 Hours,
okay.
which
Yeah.
is, I mean, for Michael Bay,
one's
that was
got-
actually a really good movie.
That one's got Jim and Roy in it, doesn't it?
Jim and Roy, dude, they hashed it out.
Yeah.
They buried the hatchet over Pam, dude. They kicked some fucking ISIS ass.
Yep.
Was it ISIS?
I don't know. USA. That's
They're all the same.
It was the USA, baby. That's all that matters.
Yep.
It's a pretty tragic story from what I. Yeah.
Oh man.
It is tragic. No, Zero Dark 30 is the one about how he fucking killed Osama bin Laden
Okay.
with
Yeah.
Jessica Chastain.
Oh.
It's from Catherine Bigelow, who used to be married to James Cameron.
Oh, Cameroon.
Yeah, Cameron. You know who he left her for?
I feel like I know, but I forgot.
Linda Hamilton.
Oh, that's right.
Linda Hamilton. You know who he lost Best Director to in 2009?
Who?
Catherine Bigelow's ex-wife for The Hurt Locker.
There you go.
Damn.
Suck a dick. She beat him for Avatar.
Damn.
Took the house in the divorce and the Oscar.
And the Oscar, yeah.
Yep. And she got that fucking Titanic money in the divorce, dude. She's fucking rolling.
Yeah.
I've got Raging Bull.
Okay.
Good one.
Catch Me If You Can. Damn it.
Yeah, I have it too.
Walk the Line.
I have that one on my list too.
Ah, yeah.
Yep.
There's a lot of biopics that
Yeah.
you could mention. Yeah.
Yeah,
Into the Wild.
that's a great one.
Yeah, I like
I
that
thought
one.
about putting that on my list.
I would say this is a tie for I'd say I got like a 4-way tie for first, probably.
Okay.
Spotlight,
Okay.
Okay. Yeah.
about the Boston,
Yeah.
how a bunch of pedos.
Yeah.
Schindler's List,
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
United 93.
Okay.
That is
It's a tough movie.
a tough movie, but damn it, that is the one shining light we have out of that tragic day.
Yeah.
Is that some Americans stood up and said, fuck you, motherfuckers. We're taking this fucking plane and we're going to crash it in a fucking field somewhere and save the day.
That reminds me of that tragedy. Yeah.
Yeah, that tragedy.
Yeah.
9/11 was a tragedy.
Yeah. Yeah. Shout out to anyone who gets that. So,
Yeah, shout out to anybody that knows what we're talking about.
yeah.
Norm MacDonald. And then 12 Years a Slave.
Okay.
That's a good one.
I remember the scene when it's a wide shot. They're hanging Chiwetel Ejiofor's character,
Mm-hmm.
and it's a wide shot. They leave him where he's on his tippy toes so he can barely breathe while he's hanging on that noose. The first time I watched it, I was like, holy shit, this is fucking horrible. And the scene lasts like 4 minutes.
Yeah.
And I remember turning the channel, hoping that when I turned back to 12 Years a Slave, that scene would have ended. And I turn it back and it's still going. I'm like, oh my God, make it stop.
Yeah. It's pretty brutal.
Oh God, it was horrible. Also had Goodfellas. Capote.
Mm, yeah.
Rest in peace, Philip Seymour Hoffman.
Mm-hmm.
Great performance. He deserved the Oscar. He beat old Heath out for Brokeback Mountain.
Yep.
We love bringing that movie up for some reason.
Yeah.
I know. I think we talk about it in like
We
4
got some-
pods in a row.
We got some running themes going on.
Yeah, we might be gay. I also have Zodiac and Frost Nixon.
Okay. Zodiac's a good one.
Zodiac's great. I saw that in theaters.
Nice.
Saw that in theaters. That is my list.
Good
Julia?
list.
Giuliardo?
So I have I have 2 that never went to the theater. They were like more TV based, I guess. True stories, but I have the assassination of Gianni Versace. They made a series. They made like a 4-part series.
I thought you were going to say Roots.
No, no, the assassination of Gianni Versace. It was really good. It was the story of the guy who killed him. It was his story. Oh, God,
You saying you don't like Roots?
I didn't say that. You
Julia,
interrupted me.
You got some explaining to do.
Dude, my 8th grade middle school teacher showed us Roots, dude.
Oh my God.
Yeah, dude.
God.
Yeah, dude. It was crazy. No, it was 7th grade.
Oh shit.
Yeah.
Wow.
They should make a sequel to Roots.
Yeah.
No.
Next.
Continue.
I have Black Klansman.
Whoa. That
That was a good movie.
It
That
was.
was a
It
very
was
good
actually
movie.
good.
I
It was
thought
really
about
good.
putting that on my list.
It was a very
I
good
thought
movie.
about it.
Yeah.
I have another one that was just, I think it was just on Netflix. It was Tick Tick Boom. You guys will not know anything
It's got
about it.
Amy.
It's got
Ryan in it.
it's got Andrew Garfield. Tick Tick, you
Oh,
know.
the musical.
Yes.
Yes.
I was gonna say you know nothing about this, and that's about
I remember the trailer for it.
it's about the playwright Jonathan Larson, he's the one who did Rent.
He died.
And he died. He died
committed
before Rent made it on Broadway. And
Don't
it's
know
a
if I'm
tragic
supposed to say that.
story. It's a pretty tragic story. Like, he had a pretty tragic story.
He dealt with depression and stuff
He
like
did.
that.
Because he was just trying to make it big, and it just wasn't happening for him. And then he finally makes his masterpiece, and then he passes away. So it was really... But Andrew Garfield did a hell of a job singing and all the stuff.
He's a great actor.
I also have The Aviator about
I
Howard
thought about
Hughes.
putting that on my list.
About Howard Hughes. That's an insane... Not only is it, 4 hours long, but the story... Howard Hughes' story is crazy.
3.5 hours, I'd say. Yeah.
It's so long, but it's great.
It's really good. Anytime that's on, I'll
watch it.
I'll flip it on. It's almost like Walk the Line too. Like Walk the Line's one of those movies I can just flip on.
Just flip on, yeah.
Just watch it.
Mm-hmm.
And then the last one I have is Extremely Wicked, Shockingly Evil, and Vile, the Ted Bundy movie.
Yeah.
With Zac Efron.
I was impressed with Zac Efron.
Yeah, he did really well.
Yeah.
It was a very good movie.
Still need to see Iron Claw because I hear that's so good.
I'm waiting for it to come on TV, and then you guys can just come over and watch it. Anyway, that concludes my list.
Well,
that is all.
Good list.
Cheers.
Yeah, great list.
Thank you.
List.
Yeah, I think Ron and I determined this is going to be a long one because
I know
the 70s is like
it was epic.
Yeah.
So I think we should do the same thing we did for the 60s. If we have it on each other's list, we should chime in and then check and then not talk about it again.
Right.
So we can
there is
roll through them.
So much shit happened in the 70s when it came to movies.
Agreed.
It was really fucking like I'm just gonna jump right into it. Fuck it.
So movies through the decades. We're doing the 1970s.
Yeah.
Continuing our streak here.
Yeah.
So Philip, go.
First up, we got Apocalypse Now with
Good one.
Martin Sheen.
Got that on my list.
Marlon Brando.
Yeah. Harvey Keitel was actually supposed to play the Martin Sheen. Was it? No, hang on. Is that right? Martin Sheen?
You're thinking of Anthony Kiedis, man.
That's so random.
I get the reference.
Yeah. Shout out if you get that reference.
Yes,
too.
if you get that reference, we love you. But Harvey Keitel was supposed to play the
I forget his character's name, but Martin Sheen.
Yeah, Martin Sheen. And he said, fuck this. If anybody doesn't know that was a hell
of
a fucking production.
They were basically in Vietnam.
Yeah, like a monsoon destroyed everything.
Yeah.
Martin Sheen had a heart attack.
Right.
Golly.
It was rough.
Yeah.
Brando wouldn't fucking lose weight, so they had to shoot him in nothing but shadows the whole time.
And it fucking worked though.
Oh yeah, it worked. It worked.
Mm-hmm.
All righty. Go on.
Next up, a lot of Nicholson. One Flew Over the Cuckoo's Nest.
Yep.
I have that one too.
Yep.
That was a great movie.
That is an amazing film.
The scene where he starts commentating the fake baseball game is one of my all-time favorite scenes in a movie, dude.
Yep.
It's one of my all-time favorites. It's a great Danny DeVito.
Yeah, Danny DeVito.
Doc Brown is in it.
Yeah, he's got that grin the whole time.
Yes, yes.
He doesn't have any clue what the fuck's going on, but he's just grinning through it all.
Brad Dourif.
Yeah.
Who plays Wormtongue.
Yeah.
That was his first movie.
Really? I didn't know that.
That was his first movie.
Yeah. There's one on here I'll let you have, Ryan, because I know it's one of your favorite movies ever. So. But one that I consider switches back and forth between my favorite movie ever is Taxi Driver. So
Yep.
Yeah.
You can't have a list of the best movies of the 70s and leave Taxi Driver off. Like that is just such a phenomenal film.
Yeah. And you know what? I'm throwing a curveball.
Uh-oh.
Throw it.
I'm going to add the movie that we're going to talk about later. Hardcore. I fucking loved that movie.
You fucking loved it?
Did you like it?
Yes.
It was awesome.
Yes. I'm so happy. It makes me so happy.
Yeah. And I mean, like I said, there's so much. I got to throw Chinatown on too.
Yeah. Chinatown.
Yeah.
It's on mine. I mean, talk about an ending that leaves you fucking with a sick feeling in your stomach, dude. For that time, I think that was big.
Yeah, dude, it's a ruined orgasm.
Yeah, dude, yes. Yep. It is. It is. And what a fucking movie, you know.
Yeah, but it's good though.
It is so good. It's so good. We don't condone anything that Roman Polanski has done in his personal life.
We're talking about the movie.
We're talking about the movie.
Okay.
Phenomenal director. There's no denying it.
Yeah. I mean, I could keep going on and on. Like the 70s is by far my favorite era of movies.
Yep.
So
yeah,
because there's just so fucking much. Everything is a fucking banger.
That's what, dude. This list is endless over here. I'm gonna have to run through them quick.
Yeah, so I'm gonna pass it off to the next youngin that wants to go.
All right,
pass it on to Ryan.
Pass me that disease. Let's see here. Let's see here. So, The Conversation. I don't know if y'all have ever heard of this film. It's got Gene Hackman, directed by
I've heard of it.
Francis Ford Coppola. Great movie. Great movie. One of my favorite Gene Hackman performances. It's so unlike like any other Gene Hackman performance. Let's see here. I've got Carrie.
Ooh. I forgot that on my list. Damn. Good one.
It's one of the best Stephen King.
I think it's top 3.
I think it's top 3 too.
I agree.
I think it's up there. I'd say Green Mile and probably Stand By Me and Shawshank. Mm-hmm. I think those are his best adaptations.
Yeah, I don't think The Shining counts because Kubrick made it his own.
I guess it don't count, but it's still a good fucking movie.
Yeah, it's more like it's based on The Shining rather than
Yeah. He kind of made it his own.
You know? Yeah.
I've got All the President's Men.
Okay.
I think that is one of the greatest films of all time, possibly. It's some about like movies that take place in a newsroom. Always intriguing.
Right.
You said Taxi Driver, Jaws.
Yeah.
Yep.
Iconic.
Of course. It's
iconic.
What is it? They say that was the first summer blockbuster or whatever.
Yep.
Spielberg invented that shit.
Yep. That was a good movie.
One Flew Over Cuckoo's Nest. The Godfather Parts 1 and 2.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Badlands with Martin Sheen and I want to say Sissy Spacek. He's like an outlaw and he's running from the police and he's got a
what's it called again?
Badlands. It's from Terrence Malick. It's Terrence Malick's first film.
I haven't seen it.
And then I also put Days of Heaven from Terrence Malick as well with Sam Shepard and is it Richard Gere? I think young Richard Gere. It's one of the first films ever directed like in nothing but golden hour.
That sounds like a Terrence Malick thing to do.
It's the most Terrence Malick thing
possible.
Chinatown. I've got Deliverance.
I forgot Deliverance.
Damn, that would definitely be on my list.
Squeal like a pig, boy.
Oh, I love that movie. It makes me cringe, but I love that movie.
Burt Reynolds and John Voight.
Yep.
Yeah, dude. Burt Reynolds being a fucking badass.
Yeah.
He sure was. That's a great one.
And dude, that's crazy to think that Ned Beatty fucking got fucked in the ass.
I know. Literally.
Because he's a very prominent actor, but I guess he saw the potential and how brutal that scene could be. Hey, props to you, Ned Beatty, for doing that. I know you're dead, but
you know, the hillbillies in that movie were my neighbors as a kid.
Up there in Kentucky. Clockwork Orange.
Yeah, I've got that
that's
too.
The one I was gonna.
I've got it on my list too.
And I also put Barry Lyndon next to it.
Yeah.
Don't Look Now.
I haven't seen it.
What?
I don't believe I've seen it. Have you seen it, Philip?
Horror movie back in the day. One of the greatest horror movies of all time. Don't Look Now. Donald Sutherland. And Julie Christie. They got a sex scene in it that people were pretty sure they were actually having sex. It's kind of a Halle Berry and Billy Bob situation.
Wow. Cool.
That's what I'm talking about. I've got Stalker from Tarkovsky. Network. We went and saw that in 35, right?
Yep. That was awesome.
Had the line going through the screen the whole time, dude. And I didn't give a fuck. I loved it.
Like the print was from 1970.
Yes. Yes. It was like an original copy.
Yeah. It was awesome.
Young Frankenstein.
Yeah.
Of course.
It's probably my favorite comedy on this. Alien. Dog Day Afternoon. The Exorcist.
Yes.
I got The Exorcist too.
Annie Hall.
Keep it coming.
I think Annie Hall is a great film.
Again, we don't condone anything.
Nothing that man has done.
Except for direct.
And he like married his daughter or some shit like that. Yeah, it's fucking weird.
He like adopted a teenage girl so that he could legally marry her or something like that. Yeah.
Oof.
Yeah.
Yikes.
And just a couple.
I think Ted Nugent did that too, didn't he?
Jesus Christ.
My God.
It's the most Ted Nugent thing I've ever heard.
He might actually sue us. I was joking about that.
Yeah, you might want to bleep his name.
He's going to tell Donald Trump on us.
Get DT on us. Oh shit.
We're gonna get fired.
Monty Python and the Holy Grail.
Good one.
Cries and Whispers from Ingmar Bergman. And then I have Nashville. Never seen Nashville? From Robert Altman, the great director.
No.
Wow. No. Y'all would actually really like that film, I believe. And then I would say this is probably my favorite movie of the 70s.
What?
The Deer Hunter.
I think I've seen that one.
Yeah. Mow.
Yeah.
Mow.
Dude, didn't you want to fucking hit them motherfuckers so bad, dude? If y'all rewatch that scene, Robert De Niro is everything we feel.
Yeah.
Because he is just like, I'm going to fucking kill you motherfuckers, dude. How did they not know what he was up to when he was like, 3 bullets?
Yeah.
3 bullets.
Yeah.
Them dumb motherfuckers. Been like, give me AK with 30-round banana clip.
You're stupid.
Have you ever seen The Deer Hunter?
No, I don't think I've seen that one.
I'd say that scene with him is probably one of the greatest scenes of acting of all time.
Yeah. Yeah.
He was trying to get the director to put live rounds in that gun.
Oh my gosh.
And the
Jesus
director
Christ.
said no.
Fuck that.
But a lot of people believe that there was bullets in the gun.
Oh my God.
Oh my gosh.
I mean, it was the 70s, so.
Dude. And Walken, dude, he's such a pussy in that moment.
Yeah.
Like we all, we would all be a bitch. He's basically us if we were over there, dude, because he is like, I don't want to fucking do this.
Yeah.
Alrighty.
You remember Call of Duty where they recreated that scene?
Yes.
In Black Ops.
Yes.
That's hilarious.
With Ice Cube.
Yeah, with Ice Cube.
Yeah, Ice Cube was one of the characters in that game. Yeah.
Oh my, I did not know that.
Oh shit.
All right, go ahead, Julia.
So I do have some of the same ones that you guys have already mentioned, so I'm not going to repeat them. I did put Star Wars because that was a movie made a legacy.
I do like the original trilogy.
Yeah.
The OG.
Yeah.
I also have Halloween, the original Halloween.
Okay.
Yep.
Of course.
Yep.
There's so many horror movies you can mention.
Right. I have The Bad News Bears.
Oh, yes.
That was a great movie.
I love that one and the remake too.
Was it Buttermaker?
Yeah.
Buttermaker.
Yeah.
I love how at the end he's just giving the kids beers.
I remember my dad would not let me watch that movie. I had to watch it when I was a little older.
Oh, wow.
Really? My dad showed me that at a young age.
Yeah, I had to watch it. I think I was probably in my teens before I actually watched it.
Yeah,
because he wouldn't let me watch it.
When Linklater made the remake, my dad watched the original with me, and then we watched the remake.
Yeah. Yep.
I also have, get your buzzer ready, Saturday Night Fever. So I don't know. There's something about John Travolta strutting down the street to Staying Alive. Come on. You can't escape that was a great scene.
It's a classic.
It is.
So I love that movie. And then I have The Jerk.
Ooh, Steve Martin.
That is one of my favorite movies of all time. Yeah. I also have the OG Superman, the original Superman.
Yeah. Yeah. Steve Martin.
What? And my last one is I have the movie Alive. Have you guys watched the movie Alive? That could have been in both categories because it was also true events.
I don't think I'm familiar.
So Alive is about a plane that crashed. I think it was in the Andes. The rugby team, that crashed into the Andes, and they literally ate each other.
Yeah, they had to resort to cannibalism.
Yeah.
I've heard of that story before, but
it is a true story too.
They just remade it onto Netflix, and I really want to watch the movie.
I want to watch it, but the first one was so good.
Yeah, it had Ethan Hawke too. Yeah, Ethan Hawke was in it.
It was so good.
It was a good movie.
And that that does not conclude my list.
Wait, Alive? That movie came out in the 90s.
No, the original. They have an original one from the 70s. It was made in the 70s.
Oh, okay. I thought you were talking about the one in the 90s.
No.
Oh, okay.
Why would I do that?
Because sometimes I worry about you.
Shut up. And to continue my trend of the best musicals of the 70s, Buzz. Some great musicals came out in the 70s. You cannot deny. Stop it. Willy Wonka and the Chocolate Factory came out in the 70s.
That's very true. Very true.
I mean, let's be honest. Gene Wilder kind of carries that movie.
Yeah.
He does. And it's great. And you know what else came out in the 70s? The Rocky Horror Picture Show, which was also, it's a freaking legacy. Like, it is one of the greatest movies ever. And you know what else came out in the 70s? Grease. John Travolta in Grease. No, it's got John Travolta in it. Shut up. I also Fiddler on the Roof was one of my favorite musicals of the 70s. It's a great movie. No. Shut up. And All That Jazz came out in the 70s. Another phenomenal movie.
Rob Schneider.
Yes.
Dude from Jaws.
Schneider?
Yeah, I'm about to say.
Deuce Bigelow?
It's a good. I actually enjoy that one.
All That Jazz is really good. The Muppet movie came out in the 70s. That was the first movie I'd ever seen in a theater. I was 5. It was 1979. My dad took me to go see the Muppet movie, and it's a musical. Nice, obviously. And then my last one, just to get Ron riled up, The Wiz came out in 1978, and I love that movie.
No comment.
But it was good. Michael Jackson was so good as a scarecrow. Like, when he eases on down the road, you don't even like none of that? Like, none of it works for you? Yeah.
Give me some courage.
None of that works for you?
No.
But that does conclude my list.
Thank God. Jesus.
My musicals of the 70s. Don't worry, there's great ones in the 80s too.
You know what? I know you've seen this movie. I actually like Shampoo.
Do you really like that movie?
Yeah.
You know, Hair came out in the 70s too. I didn't put it on my list, but that was a big, I think that's the number one most known musical of the 70s was Hair as well. But I can't believe you like Shampoo. I'm surprised.
I mean, it's a good movie. Warren Beatty, right?
Yes.
Yep.
Oh, you mentioned Network, didn't you? The movie Network. You mentioned it.
Yep.
Yes.
Okay. Yep.
Yeah. But that does conclude my list.
So, people out there, if you take anything from this list right here, Network is one of the greatest movies ever.
Mm-hmm. It really is.
If like that movie is so relevant
I haven't seen it.
To today,
bruh.
Whoa.
Don't bruh me.
Like, whenever I finally saw it at the Bell Court, I was like, how have I never seen this movie before? I remember us laughing.
Yeah.
So, this movie's from 1975, and it was making us fucking laugh. And it's it's good dialogue.
Mm-hmm.
I think it's Sidney Lumet who directed it.
Mm-hmm. I think he wrote it too.
And he did 12 Angry Men, so he knows how to do dialogue.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And it was just so, it was smart, but the humor to it was so dark.
Yeah.
So dark.
Yeah.
Peter Finch,
Mm-hmm.
He was the first ever posthumous Oscar winner in history at that time.
Wow.
Won Best Actor.
Wow.
Which he deserved Best Actor. The whole that crane shot of him just going nuts on the air.
Yeah.
You got to get mad.
Yeah. that's one of the most epic movie moments ever.
Yes.
Is that monologue.
Yes. Him and Ned Beatty's scene.
Mm-hmm.
Ned Beatty had that one scene.
Yep.
And he got nominated for an Oscar just for that one scene.
Shit, I didn't know that.
It's a 3-minute, 4-minute long scene. And he got nominated.
I'll have to check it out.
Definitely.
For sure.
You'll love it. It's Faye Dunaway, Peter Finch, Ned Beatty, Robert Duvall.
Yep.
Stacked cast.
Okay.
Stacked.
I'll check it out.
Check it out.
Ryan,
All right.
talk about your movie.
To the main movie.
Yep.
We have a family movie from 1979. Very good and wholesome. It is a little film called Hardcore, starring the late, great Oscar-winning actor George C. Scott. And it is written and directed by Paul Schrader, who wrote the screenplay for Taxi Driver. And he is a fantastic storyteller when it comes to a broken man.
Yep.
I have to say. Hardcore is a film about a conservative Midwest businessman who ventures into the underworld of pornography in California to look for his runaway teenage daughter who is making porno films in California, porno pits.
It's like Cheerios.
Californios.
Yeah, man, oh man.
Yeah,
it gets crazy.
It was crazy.
Make your stomach hurt a little bit.
Yeah.
It does.
Turn it off.
As a parent,
Yeah, dude.
it makes your stomach
That
hurt.
scene is rough, isn't it?
Dude, George C. Scott's such an amazing actor. Like,
Unbelievable
I agree.
actor. Unbelievable actor.
Right.
So I kind of want to pass it to you over there, Philip, because you threw it on your favorite
like
movies of the 70s.
dude, I just love. I don't know what it is. It's just the 70s like aesthetic. The the old cars, the dirty streets, and the neon lights and shit. It's just I love that sort of like feeling in a movie. You know what I mean?
A lot of that film was shot in location at like real sex shots, like real like joints.
When you watch a movie on Amazon, it has like trivia you can look at.
Yeah.
I always read that shit. It said the set manager, whatever you would call it, the guy that secures the locations, he had to he was going around trying to find locations, talking to
he kept getting stonewalled.
Yeah. Like he ended up having to meet people, like talk behind literal closed doors, like to get approval to shoot in these places because they're doing illegal activities in there. You know. Like this is actually 1970.
Yeah.
Get shot or stabbed at any moment in a porn shop.
It added so much to that movie too, because you felt dirty while he is in there.
Yeah.
Well, I'm glad you really liked it.
Yeah.
I had to dig deep whenever we started thinking about what movie to go over.
Yeah.
And for some reason that just clicked to me. I was like, yeah, that's something that they're going to like. They're going to like. What did you think about it, Julia?
I liked it. It was crazy.
It is
crazy.
But
it was really good.
How about that soundtrack?
Oh, yeah. The soundtrack was amazing.
The soundtrack is one of the best soundtracks.
That fucking guitar, dude.
Yes.
Just wailing.
Yes. Such a great fucking soundtrack. And it's so, man.
It's like when you hear that guitar, he's ready to kick some ass.
Yeah.
Right.
It's just, oh man, Paul Schrader's he's just so good at making you not feel good.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Like there's not a part of that movie that feels good at all.
Yeah.
But it's really a very much a performance piece.
Oh, definitely.
Like George C. Scott carries that movie. kind of blanking a little bit there.
Apparently, him and Paul Schrader didn't get along though
At all.
Yeah,
Yeah. He so I think I got it right here. Yeah. Scott and director Paul Schrader did not get along so much that at one point Scott refused to come out of his trailer and threatened to quit the film.
Damn.
Scott only agreed to come out after forcing Schrader to promise that he would never direct again.
Damn.
Schrader obviously went back on his promise.
Yeah, because Schrader's still directing movies today.
Yep. And he's still, I mean, his last few movies have been really good.
I never saw The Gardener or whatever it was called.
I haven't seen that one either yet.
Yeah.
But The Card Counter and
Yeah.
First Reform, they're both really good movies. But Paul Schrader, I would say to people, is he's definitely somebody to check out. He's made some really, really good films.
Did he write The Irishman? No. Did he have anything to do with The Irishman?
I don't think so.
Oh.
I don't think so. But it's definitely you got to have some skin for it. Because it feels, it's got a realistic feel to it, almost, you know.
Dude, it's got a ton of 70s natural tits in it. Dude.
Yeah, some good old 1970s titties.
Yeah.
That's what we like over here. Julia, comment?
No comment.
I don't remember asking you a goddamn thing.
All right, me and Philip will talk then.
No dick, though, from what I can remember.
Yeah, no penis.
Yeah.
You didn't get any penis.
Just tits.
Yeah. I mean, it was the 70s. I think penis was like a real forbidden thing back then.
You could probably get shot for it.
For showing penis in a movie.
Yeah.
Trying to see here. I thought I had something else on this.
I read that Scott, he plays like a really, really deeply religious guy in the movie. But in real life, he was an atheist. So.
Yeah, he's an atheist. Yeah.
Interesting.
Yeah. Which you wouldn't expect someone who's born in the 1920s to be an atheist.
Yeah, that's very true. Very true.
You know.
It also had old Peter Boyle in it.
Frank from Everybody Loves Raymond.
The dad, right?
Oh, yeah.
The dad.
I think just about every character he's ever played has been named Frank.
Yeah.
He's Frank in Taxi Driver too, I think.
Oh my gosh.
His name's not Frank in this one though. It's
Andy.
Yeah.
Andy Mass. But yeah, check it out, y'all. Hardcore, 1979.
I mean, like I said, I watched it once and it was on one of my favorite movies of the 70s. So.
Yeah, it's one of those hidden gems.
Yeah, definitely.
Yep.
It's one of those hidden gems.
I agree.
It's the whole point of the segment, y'all.
Yeah.
Watch it.
We didn't mention any Cassavetes, but I think we talk about him enough already. So
Yeah, I was trying to leave off
agree.
the obvious stuff.
yeah.
Seems like
I left off a lot of obvious ones too.
Yeah, because I just remember us talking on. We
did a whole segment about him. So.
Yeah, we've talked about a lot.
A lot.
Movies
Yeah.
already.
As soon as I said that, I bet everyone just rolled their eyes. That's listening. You know? Like, here they go again.
Here they go on the tangent about Cassavetes.
Just take it as we want you to check them out.
Check them out.
Yeah,
Check them out.
exactly.
We got some shit up on the screen.
All them QR codes. I almost said something else.
We need you to hit the subscribe, like button on YouTube. Leave a comment. Jesus, just fucking talk to us, you know?
We're just sitting there refreshing the page.
Yeah,
you know?
just waiting patiently for a fucking comment. We have a TikTok, unfortunately.
Chinese spyware.
Yeah. Damn it. We have a Spotify and we have an Instagram. So hit the like button on that.
Do it.
Follow us. Like we said in the previous episode, pull your penis out and tap the button with the tip of your penis.
Do it.
And if you're a woman, use your nipple.
God.
Get creative, y'all.
Or your toes. You know,
And We've got the email as well,
Mm-hmm.
cinephilerehab@gmail.com. So give us a shout, you guys, and
Thank y'all for coming. White power!